sheet? Okay, come, go. Explain.
So hi pros and PAs. So welcome to our game. We are Team Baller4Lyfe, and let's do just a quick introduction. So we have 6 team members, and we have Warren, Ziwei, myself, Xin, Sean, Hui Fang, as well as Yishan. So our theme for this year is arcade games, and we were thinking how exactly can we improve that. So our inspiration for the first game, which is the one that you see over here, is actually the Gaussian distribution. But as you can see, the Gaussian distribution only drops balls from 1 point. So we think that that's kind of boring, and we wanted to make it more interesting. So we allow the ball dropper to drop anywhere along this point to enable the gambler's mindset and give them an illusion of choice. So for our second game, we are actually inspired by the skills-based maze, which is something that I think a lot of us has played as a kid. It's very retro, very vintage. And that's how we got our second game, which is the maze. As you can see, the jackpot is in the middle, and we can drop the ball at any point in order to create games of different difficulty levels. And so this is like a quick summary, our theme, inspiration, and games. And then our inspiration also for creating this aluminium profile platform, this frame, is actually because of the all-in-one platform. That we wanted to be like a Game Boy or like a PlayStation where you can just insert different cartridges, or in this case, different platforms, and play different games. And that's how we came up with this all-in-one arcade platform, which is like about 0.6 meters and 0.6 meters, so it's within the project constraints. So now Sean will elaborate more on the demonstration for this game.
Thank you, Xin. Now I'll be running through the full demonstration for the game. So first off, like typical arcade games, the owner of the arcade game will turn on the master toggle switch. So as you can see, now the machine is initializing. So we shall let it do it. Okay. So now you can select between game 1 and game 2 by pushing either game buttons. So now we'll be demonstrating game 1. So the game 1 is the Gaussian distribution game. The game is ready to be played. So the player will receive 4 balls, which is inside, and it will insert into the ball launcher. So this is to simulate the retro games where you, like, for example, get the pay for a few dollars to get the balls, and then throw at the cans. So this is the same aspect. So now the game is ready to be played while pressing the push button. So the ball launcher is controlled using the keypad controls. So you can move left and right freely, and then you can press the fire button to release 1 ball. So unfortunately, it's not in the jackpot. Yeah, so there will be no scores. So there are different lanes, which is 10. There are scores with 10s and 5s and 3s. So now we will try a few more times to see whether that is the highest score. And you can hear that? Yeah, he scored.
10.
Okay. Now we'd like to invite Prof to try out this game.
I understand. So what sensor you have down there to detect?
Limit switches.
Limit switch. Okay.
So the game will end after 4 balls has been launched.
Oh, this one nothing.
Nothing. Too bad.
Okay.
Time limited.
Got delay. Yes.
So that one is a servo.
Oh, he scored 10 again. Yes.
This servo open and close. It's a servo.
Yeah. This game.
Then you're using 2 stepper, X and Y.
You're using 3. XYZ.
Yeah, XYZ.
Or Z is the one.
No, X uses 1, Y uses 2.
So if this is 1, then this will go in this.
Okay, understand.
So after the 4 balls have been played, the final score will be good. But just now it was there. Yeah, the final score tabulated and displayed. If you want to see the scores again, we can play the game again.
Sure, it's okay. Understand. Okay.
Okay.
How many MCU now? How many MCU you are using?
Currently there's 3. We have
3.
2
So
megas.
one controlling using a mega.
We have 2 mega and 1 nano.
Okay.
So 1 mega is used for everything here. Then the second mega is used for the light. Then the nano is used for the music and the turbo switch.
So everything is 1 mega.
Yeah.
Oh, most of the thing 1 mega. The rest are just cosmetic lah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so now the player can choose to play game 1 again or choose game 2. Now we'll demonstrate game 2. So first remove the board and press game 2. So now we can get a clearer view of the scoring system. So the scoring system is a board with dividers, and as you can see in these holes, there is a copper wire which is attached to the limit switches. So basically when the ball drops and it hits the copper wire, it will activate the limit switch. Okay. Now my team is putting on the slinky, which actually represents the guiding rail. So it's to allow the ball to drop into the correct lane. Because for this game we are only using one lane, which is for the jackpot itself, in the center here. So the second game is the maze game, and I think Okay, now my team has set up the game 2. So similar to game 1, the player will receive 4 balls and puts it into the ball launcher.
Where did you all get the aluminium profile?
Okay.
We got it from a previous project.
Correct, yeah. But we have to cut the aluminium profiles, everything ourselves.
So after that, you press.
Game 2?
Yeah, press
We
game
start
2.
game 2.
So we'll now start game 2. So when you press game 2, first time will come. And then
You're able to control the board in 4 directions. As you can see, left, right, towards the player, and away from the player. Also, there is 2 degrees of tilt. So the lower angle is for precision and the higher angle is for speed. So the goal is to get the ball into the jackpot.
So you have 3 motors here controlling us, correct?
Yes.
One there, one here, and one at the center.
Yeah.
Wow! Our demonstration. So if you, there is a set time limit, but if you are fast and good like our demonstrator, you can press the turbo button, which will move on to the next ball. And it will stabilize the board and drop the next ball. Then you can play. We would like to invite Prof to do the second level. Please, Prof. It's quite challenging, but
Yeah, the stand here.
I think it's quite fun. There's also the stabilizing button, which allows the board to be completely flat.
Oh, that means stop.
no, it will stabilize. So let's say you tilt 2 times, right? So you press the right. Let's say left or right. Right. So you want to stabilize, then you press this one.
Stabilize means what?
It will go back to
So it will not be tilted.
Don't press the turbo button on the next ball. Whoa!
Whoa, my god.
Okay, that's challenging.
Whoa, so close, so close.
One more angle. Can up one more time.
Now the top ball will drop. So you can play.
You can still play with 2 balls.
Yeah.
So now you have to play with both balls in the field.
Okay.
You can press one more time.
You can press one more time to tilt even more. So they can press 2 times. So you can
But
press
it's
one more
stuck,
time.
it's stuck to the wall.
Stuck.
So you need to
tilt
align it properly.
So when I press to the left side, it should tilt like that, right?
Tilt left. So you tilt back to
Yeah, you
balance
always
first.
balance first
Then
then.
you.
Yeah.
Now it's
Now it's the 4th ball. So now there will be 4 balls on it.
No, it's very hard because you're using the 3 degrees of freedom, which are non-orthogonal, so they are dependent on each other.
But it's possible to score.
Yeah.
At least to increase the difficulty.
We have done it multiple times to score all 4 balls within the time.
Or you can just score the last, the second ball. It's quite challenging.
Okay, understand. Okay, TA, any questions?
So these are the 2 games that we have presented. So the player is able to... Okay, so for the event that the time limit is out, you can press the turbo button one more time. Turbo button. So, for example, if the time limit is up, so this means that the game is over. And this will be the final score displayed on the LCD. Each jackpot is 130 points. Yep, and that's the end of the game.
Can I ask why you all decide to have 3 motors to control this pen and tilt? What's the reason?
But after that, if you put 4, right, then it'll be very hard for the thing. If you tilt too much, the ball will slide off. So we decided to put 3 instead, so it can tilt this way. And also, we are also constrained by our hardware, which is the Arduino, the Mega and the Shoe. Because the Mega and the Shoe can only put up to 5 per shoe. Yeah.
5 stepper drivers per shoe. And there's 5 motors.
But we felt that 3 was also enough, like, for the tuning, four directions. Like, for example, if you did this way, you only need the yeah, then the one can be played. But if you did this way, then this, all 3 will
So these two will go down, then this one
turn
go
go
up.
up.
So you just tune it.
Any other questions?
No, actually never went.
Okay, okay. All are wired communications.
As in respect.
Yeah, correct.
We didn't bother.
Right. The nano is doing what again? Nano is doing the music.
Just cosmetics.
On off.
Okay. Okay. Then the mega is doing everything else.
Yeah.
Can. Anything?